Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Part 3 of the star signs readings, Scorpio. Okay, I've got Tia sharing the chair with me. You're just sneezing, wasn't you? Bless you. She's waiting to be blessed. Okay, it's just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon, although I felt like saying good morning. Does it feel like morning? Good morning. Okay, we've got the cards. You're going to sit down. Her fur's all grown back at the, on her back, because she lost all her hair on her back, and at the base of the tail. And it's grown back, but she used to have a black line that would go all the way down her spine to the tip of her tail, like pure black. But her hair's grown back like really light. So it's like coming back through a different colour. A lot lighter, isn't it? Okay. Did you know you got a fish on your collar? Did you know that? Right. She a happy cat, like the Cheshire cat. That's my coffee. Come back, Luna. Good girl. Come back, baby, come back. I must admit I was a clown to be messing around, but that doesn't mean that you have to leave town. Come back, yes, and give me one more try, 'cause a love like this should never ever die. Okay, I think them cards are shuffled. Scorpio, what's on the cards? What are you going to do with that? Okay. Taking that jump, that leap of faith. 3 of Cups. Okay, this is interesting, Scorpio. So, what are you going to do with that? You've got like a baton here. But, and then we've got like, I would say the Lover's card, but it's a Sun card. And I felt like, well, first of all, I felt as if like you sent this love away, because I feel like the cloud is like kind of pointing as if to go, like, you sent it away, but now I feel like you're being shown the direction, and it's a chance to make a choice. The 7 of Cups about making a choice here. Okay, so it's like you've been stripped bare. So the energy of rebuilding. And then this is like you actually, instead of sending like this feminine away, it's more like you actually choose her, because I feel like she looks quite shocked. Because a love like this should never ever die. And the 8 of Pentacles, that's about working towards something. I feel you're looking forward to working towards this, because you've got the card of celebration here. Also, the 3 of Cups can signify like a third party situation, so not choosing this feminine, sending like her out of the picture. Now it's like you're being sent by the divine to return, to go back. It's an opportunity for you to, it's a chance for you to make different choices. Okay, I'll have a look at what card's underneath this Three of Cups. Hangman. What come through was you've been hanging around for too long. The energy's coming through here. The energy's been hanging around for too long for it not to mean anything. So stop being mean to yourself. Let's see what the Archangel Power Tarot wants to say. It's coming through like put the means to the end. A means to the end? What's that saying? This baton that he's holding, I said, what do you plan on doing with that? Is that like beating yourself up? We've got to put an end to like all the meanness. It's a chance to love. Okay. Pato Banton. Bastoni. Baton. Come back. Baby, come back. Seven of Ariel. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. This part here, review your progress. I feel that this is like you reviewing this feminine's progress. And make plans for your next endeavour. What else do you want me to tell you? I'll read the message for this card. Beautiful flowers there. I'm going to get back out into the garden today and do some gardening. It seems like it's the perfect day. Well, it's perfect enough. Seven of Ariel. You know, this energy of keep saying to myself, like, come back, baby, come back. It feels more like you're longing for this feminine to come back, where it's you that actually has to take that leap of faith to move forward. To pursue her. So you have invested wisely. Your seeds are well planted. However, some plans do take time to develop. Now is not the moment to stop, as success is very probable. You may not see it clearly, but slow and steady progress is being made. Have patience, it's almost time. This is a good opportunity to pause and review how far you've come. Well, that's what the Hangman does here. Are things moving along as you'd planned? If not, what changes might you make in the future? If you're at the end of a project, don't linger too long finishing it up. The next success awaits your attention. Additional meanings of this card: a temporary pause, a welcome break in the action, pondering future strategies, and determination. Okay, let's get you a postcard from Spirit. I feel a bit itchy, like under the collar. Any other songs you want to sing apart from Come Back? Baby, come back. Unlock your magic. Dearest Ju, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly, when you don't take the risk and go for it. So I feel like in the past, he didn't feel very risk-taking. He didn't feel like he wanted to take the risk. But now it feels like it's a different story. So today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work, remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so, so much. So this message came out yesterday for one of the star signs. I can't remember which one, but... Okay. Right then. Let's move on to Sagittarius. These are... Oh, hold on a second. I'm not quite finished with you yet, Scorpio. I was going to say these are your spring into action messages. Let's have a look in the vortex. Now, I've worked out that if I flick from the back, I work my way forward. It's better. It doesn't like snap the back page here. Stop. Yeah, okay. But how could babies attract unwanted experiences? Okay. The questioner. But how do you attract terrible experiences when you are only 9 months old? I don't know why we're reading about this, but let's carry on. Abraham. Even though you are only 9 months old in your physical body, you are a very old and wise creator focused in that baby's body. And you came with powerful intentions to experience contrast and to launch clear rockets of desire into your reality, into your vibrational reality, for the purpose of expansion. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, the child could not be the creator of its own experience. But it is our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, which are the reasons for what they attract, even from their time of birth. Most children are born into situations that do not challenge their natural tendency to remain aligned with their own vortexes. Most children are not influenced out of their vortexes by those who surround them in the early days of their physical experience. But sometimes when you come into the physical experience with a powerful intention to teach well-being, you intended, even before your birth, to have early exposure to contrast that would stimulate your desire early on in your physical experience, because you understood the power of the asking that would come out of that experience. When you really know what you do not want, you ask with greater clarity for what you do want, and your vortex expands more rapidly as a result. You also understand from your non-physical perspective, before your birth, that the true source of discomfort or negative emotion or sickness or all things unwanted is misalignment with your vortex, misalignment with who you really are. And so there is actually an eagerness on the part of all beings coming into physical bodies to have early contrasting experiences in order to project rockets of desire to their vortexes of creation. Hi Jasper, you want to come and show off on your bow tie? Hey, he looks sexy, doesn't he? Oh. And so there is actually an eagerness on the part of all beings coming into physical bodies to have early contrasting experiences in order to project rockets of desire to their vortexes of creation, because the more powerfully the vortex spins, the louder the call of the source. Got to get these words out. All non-physical beings understand that when wanting is higher, awareness of resistance is greater. Okay. All non-physical beings understand that when wanting is higher, awareness of resistance is greater. And so since resistance is the only thing that ever thoughts joyous creation, then the greater the awareness, the better. We understand that if you are still standing outside of your vortex, disconnected from the powerful being that has emerged from the contrast that you have lived, none of this explanation will be satisfying. But it is our promise to you that as you look for more reasons to feel good, as you try to give your parents or anyone who has hurt you or betrayed you the benefit of the doubt, as you move into your vortex, you will then understand. For when you merge with the evolved, expanded part of you, surrounded by the vibrational equivalent of everything that you have been asking for and that you have vibrationally become, you will harbour no ill will toward anyone who helped you achieve that. In fact, you will stand in appreciation for the part they played in your joyous expansion. Okay, let's just give the boy some attention. Hello, beautiful one. You've come upstairs to see me. Hmm? A happy boy. You sound happy. Sagittarius. Sounds like you're cooing like a pigeon, Jasper. Ten of Pentacles, Sagittarius. That's nice, isn't it? That's receiving all that you're worth. The Five of Wands is about inner conflict, though, about maybe whether or not you believe that you're worth it. But you are. It's there waiting for you. You just have to align with it, with understanding that why are you not worth this abundance, this good fortune. And then we've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is when you've been living a life that's not satisfying. You've tried all you can to drink from these 8 cups and trying different methods, and it just doesn't satisfy you. So then you long for the Two of Cups, which is true love, unconditional love, where you can just be yourself without conditions. It's unconditional. I feel like you've got to have unconditional love for yourself, which will make sense, because once you leave, well, it does make sense, because once you leave the Eight of Cups, you go to the Nine of Cups, which is finding yourself, finding the love for oneself. Once you can do that, you can share it with another, and then that love is just so powerful. You're at the Ten of Cups then. So this is what's on the cups for, on the cups for you, on the cards for you. Love for self, and then you'll attract. It's like then you'll attract likewise. You'll attract somebody that also loves themselves. So you can just kind of crack on with loving. Being loved and loving. One more card from here. Do you actually want one more card from here? Okay. Well, it's your opportunity to change. It's the energy of starting again. Let's start again. The Magician. What's coming through with the Magician earlier, I did take it tonight, the Divine Masculine's energy, of them actually like doing a disappearing act, like a magician. Okay, have you seen their disappearing act? He has to stop disappearing. I felt like that was more of an alarm clock here. He's got his cup. He's had his wake-up call. He deserves more. He's got his apron on. Okay, he's ready to do the work. To rebuild. It's more about figuring this out. Look, he's got to, like, redress himself. Okay. Maybe he's a bit confused with the order. Where do you start? How do I, like, paint this new image, this new picture? Okay. Let's see what the archangels want to say. Okay, we've got a couple of cards for you, Sagittarius. You're right there, Jasper. I feel like you're crouching down. I was taken to, like, it's a movie called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Leap of faith. Okay, the Fool card. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart and do what gives you joy. I was looking at the Archangel. Archangel Metatron's with you. So he's walked the human life of man. And he done it so well that when he made his transition, he was given the status of Archangel. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. So there's the energy here of not really feeling as if you are an angel that's been sent for good. Been sent for good. You have been sent here to do good. Archangel Metatron brings you this card to encourage you to take a leap of faith. You are fully empowered to follow a new path. I'll be back. We've got a couple of deliveries today and I've already had one, so I'll be back. Sorry, Jasper, was you cozy? Don't keep everyone company. Oh, Jasper, what are you doing up there? Okay. Hey, come down. So I've just received like 2 packages, like within an hour, and also while I was on, a message come through about a delivery that we're expecting tomorrow. So, interesting. Are you gonna come down on my lap? You can sit up there, that's not a problem. Okay, leap of faith. Archangel Metatron brings you this card to encourage you to take a leap of faith. You are fully empowered to follow a new path in life that is full of excitement and wonder. The opportunities for evolution and growth are truly unlimited if you'll just have faith in yourself and believe in your dreams. You have only to take the first step to find yourself on the way to a happier new life. Your angels and guides will send helpful people to assist you as you go along. You're encouraged to be proactive in researching whatever information is required. Don't let a lack of experience or self-confidence hold you back. You are meant to have the joy you seek. Additional meanings of this card: being self-assured and believing in yourself, childlike innocence, unending curiosity, the joy of life, courage, and following your heart. Archangel Metatron is a loving and protective guide to young or highly sensitive people. He can help you free yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Metatron can also give you the courage and confidence to make important changes in your life. Call upon this Archangel when you wish to get in touch with the child that is within you, or to release old fears that are holding you back. So I feel that has something to do with Scorpio's reading and getting into the vortex of your inner child. Okay, was that our postcard then? Thank you. We've already read that one. That's the one we read just before. I can leave that on the floor and then we get a different message. But I've still got one more card here. So that was a leap of faith. And then we've got the High Priestess. Interesting, because I felt like I snapped down like the leap of faith, which is the Fool card. The Fool is the first card of the tarot, the first part of the journey. Who's the first person that the Fool meets is the Magician. And the magician will show the fool how to use all the tools and remind the fool that he has everything that he needs right inside of him, should we say that. Then the next person after the fool is the high priestess, and that's where we've got. So it's like after the magician, I mean. So the fool, the magician looks like sends the fool to the high priestess. Archangel Haniel, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, and be at peace. Okay, so I feel that the magician gives the fool the skills, and the high priestess helps you to fine-tune them. Let's read about the high priestess energy. The answers you seek are within you. They cannot be found through the intellect, but instead are a project. They are a product of your deepest feelings. Emotional situations provide great insight right now. Intuition and psychic messages could, it actually says should, be treated seriously and with great respect, as they can be relied upon with confidence. Your dreams at night may also hold keys to understanding what actions to take next. There may be aspects of your situation that you're unaware of, but Archangel Haniel can provide you with the enlightenment and answers you're seeking for, you're searching for. I'm sorry, I keep changing the words. This is not a time of action, but of reflection and meditation. Have faith that events will unfold perfectly and that you will know when to move forward. Remain patient and be at peace, knowing that your inner guidance will not fail you. The additional meanings of this card: the power of the subconscious, the willingness to forgive, spiritual awakening, patience, the mystery and awe of the universe, keeping the confidences of others. I feel like I'm very much enjoying reading tarot. I just feel it's the mystery and the awe of the universe, just how the messages really just link up. Haniel is a beautiful and mystical archangel who can help you understand the mysteries of life. Her name means the grace of God, and as such, she is seen by many as having a goddess-like appearance. Haniel helps those who have embarked on an inner search for meaning and answers in their lives. She is a loving and wise spiritual guide who can assist you in developing your intuition and psychic abilities. Next one is the Empress. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get you a postcard from Spirit. Celebrate good times. Come on, did that scare you then? It's a celebration. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last around the year. So bring your good times and your laughter too. Because we're going to celebrate Jasper. He's wagging his tail. You are magic. We're going to celebrate. We're going to what? Celebrate. Celebrate. Oh, this is interesting. And party with you. Felt the energy of being celibate. It's like, it's time to kind of party. I feel like with your divine one, not just to, anyway, listen. Dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle towards your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. I feel like my hand's shaking. Now is the time to make the first move, say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision, and take that one step towards the gods or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really Spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Take positive action toward your dreams. Even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda, it will all be orchestrated by Spirit and arrive in divine, appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We love you so, so much. This guy's little bow tie on, Betty, look. Can I have a look at it, Jazz? Hey, Moon Cookie. Hey, Lucy Lou. Caught you live. Happy Tuesday. I think it's Wednesday today, Moon Cookie. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do think it's Wednesday. Well, I'll say happy humping day. Sagittarius, let's read from the Vortex. Moon Cookie says, hi, Jasper. You can say hi to Moon Cookie. Why don't you turn and give us some eye contact? Yeah? Okay. What am I expecting from a relationship? Although we've got here a brief bedtime exercise that transforms relationships. I think we should speak about this. It says something about your dreams. Or was it in the High Priestess card here? Okay. As you lie in your bed before sleeping, if you will think of good feeling things from your past or present, or even speculate into your future, you will set the tone of the vibration in which you will awaken in the morning. In the morning, when you first return to consciousness, try to remember what you were thinking about in the evening and make an effort to re-establish that positive trend of thought. This one small exercise will change the way everyone you meet responds to you in this new day. And as you do that, night after night, and then morning after morning, new patterns will emerge, and your relationships will transform. So what am I expecting from a relationship? You have the power to evoke from others the relationships that you desire, but you cannot get to a new and improved situation by giving your attention to the current situation. The universe and all physical and non-physical players in it responding to the vibrations that you are offering, and there is no distinction made between the vibrations that you offer as you observe and the vibrations that you offer as you imagine. If you will simply imagine your life as you want it to be, all cooperative components will be summoned, and even more important, all components that are summoned will cooperate. It is law. You have the power to evoke from others a relationship that is in harmony with the freedom and the growth and the joy that you seek, because within each of the others are those probabilities. Within each of them is the probability of someone being very understanding or not, or someone being very pleasant or not, of someone being very open-minded or not, of someone being very positive or negative. The experience that you have with others is about what you evoke from them. Have you had the experience of behaving with someone in a way that you had not intended? It just sort of came out of you suddenly. That was you experiencing the power of influence from another's expectation. Have you noticed the personality of a child changing depending on which adult it is interacting with? Cooperative and pleasant with one person and obstinate and cranky with another. You are witnessing the power of influence from another's expectation. When you train yourself into steady alignment with your own broader perspective, you will tap into the energy that creates worlds, and you will be pleased by the positive response that you receive from those around you. No longer blame others with whom you share relationships, and instead acknowledge that you are the attractor of your experience. True freedom comes from that understanding. As you tend to your relationship between you in your physical form and the broader perspective of your inner being, as you train yourself into the good feeling thoughts of your source, as you come into alignment with who you really are, as you learn to love yourself, the others with whom you interact will not be able to buck that current of well-being. They will either love you back or they will gravitate out of your experience. Okay. Capricorn. Shall we look and see what's on the cards for you this springtime? Flowers, okay? Lots of flowers. It's like sowing the seeds of love. Sowing the seeds of love. We've got so many flower seeds, like thousands of flower seeds to sow. Okay, Queen of Cups. Flowers. Maybe wanting to send flowers. Shower this feminine with flowers. Okay. Why? Because she's long overdue some attention. Okay. Because you've had a wake-up call. Four of Swords. You've had a message come from, it's like Mother knows best. So you've had the Divine Mother come through in a dream, give you a big wake-up call, told you need to treat this lady with respect. Okay. Try being chivalrous. Because we've got the Four of Swords, that's when you're resting. Well, flowers work. So I give it time. Justice card here. So there's guidance coming through for Capricorn on how to romance. About romance. There's the energy of feeling confident when handling love and romance and not becoming like emotionally immature and laughing or running away from it or not taking it seriously. So you have to be balanced when like handling love. We've got the Hermit. This is the masculine learning. So he's studying. He's willing to learn before it's too late. It's not anything about it being before it's too late. It's just the perfect timing. It's like being in the prime of your life. Having the time of your life. In the prime of your life. 9 of Wands, spiritual support. So normally the masculine's feeling wounded. He's on this clean path. This road. And then there's these 9 wands all like creating a barrier, should we say that. And it's like he's left the woods. He's found himself out of the woods. It feels like it was a maze. And now he's like a maze. He's actually free to do what he wants to do. But he's got divine support with him because he's feeling a little bit wounded. So the 9 of Wands, receiving divine support on your divine journey. Okay. Right, let's get you a message from the Archangels, Capricorn. I feel like we'll have a nice collective message a bit later on. Let me just... I'll finish with Aquarius. There's one more after this. Okay. That caused you to lift your head up. 2 of Ariel, so definitely the energy of finding balance and training, learning. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once and making work fun. Like he's getting a crash course here. 2 of Ariel. It's important to have balance. You may be working multiple jobs or have several projects going on at once. Reconsider your to-do list. Good morning, Spotty Pony, or good afternoon. Reconsider your to-do list. Is it really necessary to accomplish it all? The key to managing stress is to think of ways to make your situation more fun. Look at life in a more playful way. You may be having challenges balancing your budget. Be cautious of juggling your finances in a way that causes long-term difficulties. Career changes should be looked at carefully and decisions made slowly and logically. Additional meanings of this card: going with the flow, making it look easy, the ability to get by on little money. When it comes to flowers, you don't need to be going out and like paying for expensive flowers. You can really just pick a nice bunch of like wildflowers. It's a thought that went into it that counts. It actually means more when it's more personal. Okay. Should we get a message from Spirit, Jasper? What can you hear? It's like a daisy would do. You are pure joy. Dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath, slow down, and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You'll be glad you did. Love you. So there's a lot going on for this masculine, but it's time for him to actually step back, relax, take a breather, regroup, and learn some lessons on love. Okay, let's go into your vortex. Into your vortex. Let's have a look in there. What's going on in there? Your vortex and the law of attraction. That's seriously. Open up to part 1. Are you ready? Let's see what knowledge we can pass on. Learning to attract joy as co-creators. Your life is supposed to feel good to you. Before your birth, you knew that the primary component of your physical experience that would offer the greatest value for your personal and collective expansion and joy would be the component of the relationships that you would experience with each other. It was your plan to release, doesn't say that, it was your plan to relish the diversity of your relationships and to choose from them the details that would make up your creations, and here you are. Before your birth, as you were making the decision to focus yourself into this leading edge time-space reality, it was your powerful intention to enjoy every moment of the process. You understood then, from your non-physical perspective, that you are a creator and that you were coming into an environment with enormous potential for joyful, satisfying experiences in creation. You understood that you are a creator and that the earth experience would be the perfect platform from which you would launch numerous satisfying creations. And here you are. Before your birth into your physical body, you knew that once you were here, you would be surrounded by others, and that your relationships with those others would be the primary source of the contrast you would live. You understood also that these contrasting relationships would provide the very basis of your personal expansion, as well as the very basis of your enormous contribution to eternal expansion, and you eagerly welcomed your interaction with all of them, and here you are. There was nothing in your plan about being here that included struggle or hardship. You did not believe that you were coming into physical form to right past wrongs, or to fix a broken world, or even to evolve, in the sense that you were currently lacking in something. Instead, you know this physical experience will be an environment that would provide a balance of contrast from which you would personally make increasingly improved choices that would add to your own expansion as well as to the collective expansion of all that is. You knew that this world of contrast would induce in you the expansion that literally puts the eternalness into eternity, and your appreciation for the contrasting environment on planet Earth was enormous, for you understood that contrast is the basis of expansion, and that the expansion will be joyous, and here you are. Before your birth into the physical body, you knew the value of variety and of diversity, for you understood that every new preference, desire, or idea would be born from that contrast, and you knew that this contrast not only provided the literal basis for expansion, but also the basis for your joyful experience. And most of all, you knew that your joyful experience will be the ultimate reason for every part of every part of every part of all of this beingness. You knew that it all exists for the joyful moments that will constantly explode into your awareness along the way. And here you are. Before your birth, you understood contrast to be the variety from which you would make your choices. You knew that your surrounding environment would be like a dining buffet spread out before you. Okay, let me just repeat that. You knew that your surrounding environment would be like a dining buffet spread out before you, from which you would choose, and that nothing about that environment was permanent, because your constant new choices will cause it to continually change. And here you are. Before your birth, you understood that all choices are made by giving attention to something. You knew that you were about to focus your consciousness into a physical body and into a physical time-space reality, and that you would make your selections from the contrasting buffet of choices that would surround you by your attention, focus, or thought. And here you are. Before your birth, you understood that the earth environment, like all environments, physical and non-physical, is a vibrationally based environment which is managed by the law of attraction. That which is like unto itself is drawn, and you knew that your attention to any subject was your invitation for your personal participation with it, and here you are. Before your birth, in considering your physical experience on planet Earth, you did not request to be born into an environment of sameness or agreement, where all of the variety had already been considered, and all the decisions about how life should be lived had been made, for you were a powerful creator who was coming forth for the purpose of making your own decisions and of creating your own joyful experience. You knew that diversity would be your best friend, and that conformity on every level would be the opposite. You literally dived in eagerness, to find your bearings and to then begin to explore from your own personal, important and powerful viewpoint your contrasting surroundings from which you would carve out your creations, and here you are. Many people express concern and frustration, and at times anger and resentment, that they did not retain conscious awareness of these pre-birth decisions, but we submit that you arrived in your physical body with something even more important intact. You were born with a personal guidance system to help you to know every step or thought along the way when you are diverging from your pre-birth understanding of life and when you are on track. It is our desire that you become consciously aware of your own guidance system so that you can explore this new frontier of creation in alignment with the stability of your non-physical knowledge. It is our desire to help you consciously reconnect with who you really are and to help you replace myriad false premises which you have erroneously picked up along your physical trail with universal, law-based premises of life. It is our desire to help you solve the mystery of seemingly impossible relationships, to sort out the details of sharing your planet with billions of others, to rediscover the beauty of differences, and most of all, to re-establish the most important relationship of all, your relationship with the eternal, non-physical source that is really you. And here we are. That was good. Jasper, you're not really licking your paw, you're kind of licking my leg. Hey. Okay. Should we move on to Aquarius? Let's do our final star sign reading. He likes his bow tie to be on the side. That's absolutely fine, darling. Let's put these cards away and let's pull a reading for Aquarius. Oh my goodness, it's like you nearly fell off of my lap. It's gone quickly today, hasn't it? Is it time goes fast when you're having fun? Aquarius, what's on the cards for you this springtime, please? A 7 of Cups, making a serious decision, a serious choice. And it's like the fight is over. There's no more beating yourself up. All these readings really just come in with the masculine's energy. So it's an important time to make a decision. No more beating yourself up. You've got blood running through your veins. Hot-bloodedness. Hi, Bella. How are you doing? But we've thrown like the star on the floor and the 5 of swords on the floor, which is the surrender card. Okay. We're going to manifest this. Okay, no more fear. This is quite a good reading. I feel like he's just woken up because it looks like he's got like a sock on his head. It's like a bed hat. No? Okay, well, that's what I thought it looked like. You can see he's got like veins here, blood running up his legs, so he's got to get moving. I've got to get through this. I've got to get through this. I've got to make my move. Okay. The card of manifestation. The wand's down. I feel like he's touched the thimble. I feel like this has woken him up. Not put him to sleep for like 100 years. Maybe he feels like he has been sleeping for 100 years, but he's awake now. What have you been doing to yourself? Okay. And then we had the star energy and surrendering. I surrender. That's really, I said the fight's over. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking in my mind, definitely something coming through like in your dreams, and then the car kind of beeped, didn't it? There's a seagull out there just flying in. Flying overhead. Wow. Lots of birds flying here. When I heard like the train going past, I felt like it was like the choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. The wings. I was going to say to you, but that one's a train, but there was this energy of like dragons coming through and a great deal of activity. Sudden and immediate results, important communication. Lots of messages coming through here. The 8 of Gabriel, normally you can't see anybody in the card, there's just 8 wands flying through the air. But there's 2, 4, 6, 8 birds plus the Empress here. On the wings of love. Look at all this, everything's going on in the background with the stars. All heading towards the Empress here. Messages. Lots of messages. Lots of activity after like a time of resistance, stagnation, boredom. Okay, that's being lifted now. I've opened to the 6 of Gabriel. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a masculine who's jumped on his horse. He's on his way. Suddenly, things are moving at a very fast pace. All delays are over, and now the sky's the limit. It may be a little overwhelming, but it also feels good to see your plans moving forward. It could feel as though there are too many things going on at once, so it will be necessary to stay grounded. It's important to have a very organised plan so that things don't spin out of control. New information or messages come your way. It's a good time to promote yourself or your business. Communication is accurately received by all parties right now. Additional meanings of this card: too many balls in the air, flashes of inspiration, immediate results. That's a good message. Let's go to... It's a good message to finish on, isn't it? Look for the messages. Look for the messenger. The first parcel that came, they like to take a photograph of the parcel. So it's like, let me just take a photograph of the parcel. And then I noticed, like, as he lifted his head, I could notice his eyes were just like mesmerised on my lips. I kind of chuckled when I come in. I think he caught my the colour of my lipstick. That's what kind of... just wanted to say that. It was a messenger. Dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. So it's kind of like waking up here, making a choice to live out these manifestations, these dreams, their desires. Dreams, desires, that's what manifestations are. Well, also they're your fears, but well, you manifest whatever it is that you're focusing on. So are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you got really loose, silly and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some very funny comedy to make you laugh. Or call the one friend you know, will remind you how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? This will be very healing for this masculine, just to have some fun, to let his hair down, to stop resisting. Let's go to the vortex. She wants someone, but not that one. Jerry, okay. So what would you say about a woman who seems to feel good about herself, who continues to express her desire for a mate, but who disqualifies them one by one as the parade of men moves through her experience? Abraham, her desire for a mate keeps the men coming, but her belief in bad relationships causes her to push them away, and her attention to unwanted characteristics makes it impossible for the characteristics that she desires to come to her. And vice versa. I feel like, what if it was like he wants someone but not that one? If she is continually focusing upon what she does not like in the men coming to her, her chronic attention to the lack in others is keeping her from being in alignment with who she really is. And under those conditions, she cannot be feeling good about herself or about anyone. Finding lacking others is not the path to liking what you see in yourself. If you are a person who has trained yourself to look for positive aspects, you will find them in yourself as well as in others. If you are a person who has trained yourself to look for negative aspects, you will find them in yourself as well as in others. Therefore, it is always accurate to say that no one who is critical of others really likes themselves. It defies law. Whenever you see those who are very critical of others, you are actually seeing people who do not like themselves. Okay. We'll carry on a little bit more. The appearance of a superior attitude you sometimes see, which causes you to think that people really like themselves, is often their way of covering up the insecurity or lack of alignment they are feeling. When you really like yourself, you are in harmony with the source within you, and when that is the case, your appreciation of others flows abundantly, and when that is the case, wonderful things flow steadily to you. When you are in alignment with your source, the law of attraction can then only match you up with others who are also in alignment with their source. And the ensuing relationship is then one of satisfaction and delight. But when you are out of alignment and feeling bad, the law of attraction then can only match you up with others who also feel bad. And those relationships are unpleasant and uncomfortable. You want to co-create with one another, but if you are not tending to your own personal alignment, then co-creating with others only exaggerates your misalignment. Interacting with others adds immeasurably to the expansion of your planet and to all that is. And yet, most people deny themselves the pleasure of co-creating because of their attention to the unwanted aspects of those around them. In other words, for the most part, you are focused upon the worst in one another rather than the best of one another. And the reason for that is you have not found your centre place before you came together. And so when you come together, you perpetuate the imbalance in one another. Well, that's perfect, because we're speaking here about, in the last reading, 8 of Cups, and then you go on to find the 9 of Cups, and then you're ready for the 10 of Cups. You're ready for to share your cup with another in a balanced manner, a maturely balanced manner. Okay, that's that then. That's what's happening this springtime. Did you enjoy that, Jasper? That's Tia Lula up there. Do you want to go up there with her? You have to take the leap of faith. You've got beautiful green eyes. Okay. Right, guys, I will catch up with you all a bit later on. Grand Rising, what time in Aquarius present? I'm going to be back on a bit later on to do a collective reading. So I'll catch up with you guys soon. I don't know when that will be. I'm just going to go and make another cup of coffee. What do you reckon? I might go and do a bit of gardening in between. Do you reckon Jasper wants to do some gardening with me? He loves being out in the garden, but he really loves being out in the garden when I'm out in the garden with him. Don't you? Is that why you came up here? Was you feeling lonely? Maybe we should rephrase that. Was you feeling loving? Okay, you're going to say goodbye? Yeah? Right, guys, I will catch up with you soon. So until then, from myself and Jasper, say goodbye to them. We shall catch up with you soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Jasper.